Hey guys, this is Tali here, and today I'm actually in the middle of reading this book. If you've ever read this book, The Reason I Jump by, let me see if I pronounce this correctly, Naoki Higashida. And I just started reading this book just a couple of days ago. It's a really quick, easy read, and it's basically about this boy with autism who expresses and explains, if you haven't read this yet, what it's like for him to be autistic. He does this through tapping and through typing. He's not a nonverbal person with autism. And it's a really touching, really interesting book. If you haven't read it, I really definitely recommend it, The Reason I Jump, to give you some insight into why your child might do certain things and where it's coming from. And today I actually want to read you a quick little excerpt from this book to really share with you a message that I think is very important, very much is in alignment with something that I believe to be very important for all people, but people with autism. So let me just read this quick thing to you. He's responding to this question. The question is, would you give us an example of something people with autism really enjoy? We do take pleasure in one thing that you probably won't be able to guess, namely making friends with nature. The reason we aren't much good at people skills is that we think too much about what sort of impression we're making on the other person or how we should be responding to this or that. But nature is always there at hand to wrap us up gently, glowing, swaying, bubbling, rustling. Nature calms me down when I'm furious and laughs with me when I'm happy. I will always cherish the part of me that thinks of nature as a friend. So I thought that was just such a beautiful way to describe his own experience of nature. And in my work with families, for almost 20 years, I've seen how children, whether at the beach or in the forest, really just delight and have joy and have pleasure from the sand and the leaves and the sea and the sun and the way the sun flickers, as leaves sway in the wind. And so I wanted to read this piece to you to really not just suggest, but really make a plea, because so often parents and professionals, understandably so, have a strong focus on skills, on communication skills, on life skills, and what's often not looked at is your child's soul. And I don't mean this in some new age weird way. I mean it in a way of, where does your child feel at peace? Where does he feel complete? Where does he feel harmonious? And making that an important priority to really offer your child a life experience when so many things can be challenging, where he can really feel, as he described in this book, at one with his surroundings versus the struggle of how to interact with people and how to communicate. So if nature is not a regular part of your child's experience, I really encourage you to make it one. Right? So this might be going on weekly or daily outings to trails in the forest, to whatever might be accessible to you, to the sea, so that your child can really have that opportunity to have that peace, to have that reflection, and to feel that kind of harmony that will really just help nourish his own soul. And if it's something you already do, is think about ways that you might be able to do that even more with your child, or just take advantage of it in a certain way. So let me give you an example. I was watching a video that a family had sent me, taking their young boy to the sea. And during that time, they were doing a lot of focusing on turn taking. I'm going to throw a rock into the sea. You take a rock and throw a rock into the sea, continuing to focus on skills. And that could be a great place to work on skills as well, like turn taking. But there was part of me that was just saying, oh, just let him be in the sea. Just let him enjoy the glistening of the light on the water, of digging into the sea. And he was just laughing and delighting. So even if nature is a part of your child's experience, maybe you can also think about what's your intention that you're bringing to it. Can you allow it to just be this refuge that it might very well be for your child? Can you look at it from the outside and begin to think to yourself, what is nature providing for my child? And therefore deciding in a more mindful way, how can I make this a part of my child's life? So today's video is about making the plea for making nature a part of your child's experience. Plus, this is something that I really, really like too, because it's definitely a place where I go to unwind, to have the quiet and peace of nature. So it's something that can really contribute to your life as well. So I'd love to hear from you. Do you agree? Have you seen this with your child? What is a way that you can really make nature a bigger part of your child's experience, without requests, without skills, but just as a way to really replenish and nourish his soul and his life experience? So if you're watching this video anywhere other than my blog, please hop over to www.taliberman.com. Scroll on down. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, give me a thumbs down, and tell me, what is one thing you're taking from this video? How can you take one thing that you heard me talk about today and add it as a component to what you are doing with your child.